is not important, but what I have to say is, so listen up. How many times have you heard someone say Sarah Palin supporters are dumb, those Occupy supporters don't know what they want, or that Obama supporters are stupid? Almost all of these people's opinions were formed from interview-style videos, but they are most likely not aware of the omitted interview effect. The omitted interview effect is when only the negative interviews are offered to an audience while the positive ones are omitted, or vice versa. If you want your audience to have a negative impression, you will conceal the positive interviews while only presenting the negative. If you want your audience to have a positive impression, you will present the positive interviews while concealing the negative ones. And if you want your audience to think the public is split on an issue, you will present the same amount of negative interviews as you do the positive. In this segment, we'll be discussing the tactic of pushing for a negative effect. The deceptive practice of publishing or presenting only the negative interviews creates a misrepresentation of the subject for the purpose of steering the audience to a faulty conclusion. In this segment, we will take a skeptic's look at two examples: Sarah Palin supporters being interviewed and Barack Obama supporters being interviewed. After this, we'll go over what questions you need to ask yourself. First, let's look at New Left Media's interviews of Sarah Palin supporters at a book signing in Columbus, Ohio.
And do you hope she runs for president?
I'd love it. I would like to see her be our first female president.
What are some particular issues of Sarah's that you would like to see her bring to office?
Oh, gee. Help me out here, guys.
Fairness. Realness.
But any policies, I guess, specifically that you have heard?
I can't think of the policies right off the bat.
She's someone who can make a difference.
Yeah. What differences would you like to see her make?
I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it.
What are her proposals for healthcare?
I'm not really sure.
Well, what are some issues of hers that you agree with?
I'm not sure where you're going with that. What issues?
How about foreign policy? What would you like to see her do in terms of foreign policy?
To be honest with you, I don't know anything about her foreign policy.
I don't know. I really don't have an answer. I don't know her well enough, her thinking. I don't know what she knows or what she doesn't know. I wouldn't know half the stuff that probably some people ask me.
Okay, is it possible that the majority of Sarah Palin supporters are just dumb as hell? Yes, it is. But it is also possible that maybe a lot of people were interviewed and the dumbest people were hand-selected. What should be your first red flag? First, look at who's interviewing them. The organization is New Left Media. They are left-wing, and Sarah Palin and her supporters are on the right. So it should be safe to say that they do not have any interest in presenting Sarah Palin in a positive light. So you should be skeptical of the results of this interview. Next, let's look at John Ziegler, How Obama Got Elected video, where he interviews Obama supporters on Election Day in 2008.
Which party currently controls Congress?
Currently, I don't know, actually.
The Republicans.
Republicans. Republicans
Yes.
control Congress?
Yes.
Probably Republican because the president's Republican. That's my honest answer.
I think it's Republicans are controlling them now, I believe.
What, the Republicans?
Which political party currently controls Congress?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Do you know who Barney Frank is?
No.
How about Nancy Pelosi?
No.
How about Harry Reid?
I've heard that name, but I don't know who that is.
What do you think of Barney Frank?
I have no idea who that is.
Nancy Pelosi?
She's pretty cool.
Harry Reid?
I don't know who that is.
What do you think of Barney Frank?
I don't know him.
I don't know who Barney Frank is.
What do you think of Harry Reid?
Don't really know Harry Reid.
I don't know Barney Frank.
What do you think of Nancy Pelosi?
I only know the name. I don't know the face.
What do you know about Harry Reid?
Nothing.
What do you think of Barney Frank?
Who?
Harry Reid.
Don't know that person.
What do you think of Harry Reid?
Who is Harry Reid?
Barney Frank. Don't know him.
Ask yourself the same questions. Is it possible that the majority of Obama supporters are as dumb as the video portrays them? Yes, But is it possible that many interviews were taken and the worst interviews are selected? Yes. Now put your skeptic cap on. What is the first red flag? John Ziegler calls himself the right wing's Michael Moore, so it is obvious that he has no interest in presenting Obama in a positive light, so one should be skeptical of this interview. It is quite possible that both of the interviewers suspected that the majority of the supporters of both candidates are dumb and their randomly selected interviews substantiated their claim. But how will we know this? The only way to have a better idea is if the person conducting the interview leaves the camera running while they go interview random people for an hour. Then it's not as easy, but even then it is possible. Then the person can go by stereotypes of a person's appearance, which gives them a hint that this person may give them the results they are fishing for. Now I want you to challenge yourself. What type of opinions have you formed about a group based on interviews you witnessed on television? Rethink and revisit them all and do an independent investigation. If you don't have access to 100% of their raw, uncut footage to base your conclusion from, then don't trust it.